I've noticed that there's this recurring theme among comments and a couple of vloggers that have basically, I don't know where this is coming from. Well, I kind of know, but it's this idea that somehow the dating scene has changed in the Philippines, that it's not as good as it used to be, that ever since the whole shutdown, that women, Filipinas, are not interested in foreigners as much. And so I wanted to kind of dispel, or at least share with you, why I disagree with that 100%. It's just not true. Now, let's look at some figures. In 2019, before everything hit the fan, the number of tourists total coming into the Philippines was 8.2 million. That is a total of everyone from every country. That is United States, Australia, UK, Canada, Australia, but also China, Korea, Japan, and all that. So 2019, 8.2 million visitors to the Philippines. Now, in 2024, the number is now 5.2 million. So there are 3 million less expats in the Philippines than there were 4 years ago. There are less expats in the Philippines, which means there are, depends on how you want to look at it, there are more Filipinas per expat, or there are less expats for every single Filipina. Either way you cut it, the competition is not high. It wasn't high to begin with 4 years ago or before. So the odds of being a favored commodity in the dating realm here in the Philippines is actually better than it was 4 years ago. So there's that. Now, the other factor to take into consideration here is that despite me repeating it over and over and over and over again, what happens is a lot of expats and a lot of new vloggers who show up in the Philippines, they really have not even been here a year yet, and they're already trying to assess the dating scene here. What they do is they arrive in the Philippines, get settled into their hotel, and if they haven't already been chatting a Filipina on a dating site, that's what they start doing when they get here. And if they have been chatting a Filipina on a dating site, as you know, I've said so many times, the dating sites are abysmal. It's the worst place you can look if you're trying to find a relationship in the Philippines. Now, I get it, the dynamics. A lot of guys, they can't move here and live here, but guess what? The reality is, if you really want a relationship with a Filipina, you really have to move here, because anything else, you're going to get really substandard results. So what happens is guys will talk to a Filipina months before they get here. Maybe she meets him at the airport. Maybe he meets her once he gets here. Maybe he tries to meet 3 or 4 Filipinas in different islands. But no matter what, the premise of meeting women on a dating site is a bad one. The vast majority of those, they're not sincere. They're not looking for serious relationship. And, you know, we can all take our own estimation, but really pretty much everybody agrees. It's like 90% are not looking for a serious relationship. Some say it's as bad as 98%. And so guys get here and then they start dating these women that they met on a dating site. It turns into a total catastrophe because she's either just looking for money, or she's already got a boyfriend, or whatever the bad situation might be. And then they make the conclusion after 5 or 6 or 10 bad dates, oh, well, it's, it's just not worth it anymore. It's all changed somehow. But really, the only thing that has changed is that the dating sites have gotten worse. It's even worse of an idea now than it was 5 years ago, because during the shutdown, a lot of Filipinas, well, a lot of women across the world figured out, with everybody home and being online and using dating sites, there's a lot of guys there that'll fall for a romance scam. Get them going, get them think they're in love, and then, hey, you're my boyfriend, you're my fiance, aren't you? Send me some money, take care of me. And they're running this on 3, 4 different guys at the same time. So if anything, that part is worse. But I'm telling you, Like, I'm here at the center of Tagbilaran. As you can see, it's a nice little plaza area. Not a whole lot of women here right now. It's kind of like a midday afternoon. Just as an example, you could come to a place like this, about 5 p.m., which is when, in fact, they're already starting to set up. The vendors come out, people come out to get out. It's a little bit cooler at 5 p.m. And this is just one place. There's so many places you could go to meet women in person. You see a woman that interests you, walk up to her and just say hello. That's where you're going to find good women. And nothing has changed. I have always maintained, if you come out into public and you meet women just organically, just walk up and say hi and start some conversation, get their number, take it from there. I would say 85% of the women that you run into just going about their daily life are good women. They're not on a dating site talking to 8 other guys. They're just going about their daily life, getting their groceries, taking their kid out to the park to feed the pigeons, or, whatever it is. You're meeting normal women under normal circumstances. So I can't emphasize it enough. I know I've said it forever, but stay off the dating sites. It's convenient, and it logically sounds like it's the best place to meet, or at least scan 500 women in a couple hours without, leaving your hotel room. It works for maybe 2% of the people. I mean, you can find somebody, maybe you yourself watching this, maybe you met your wife on a dating site and it all worked out fantastic. But like I've always also said, you can find people that can tell you they went to Vegas and the first slot machine they put $1 in, they hit the jackpot. Does it happen? Yes. Does it happen very often? No. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. So rather than wasting your time connecting with women on a dating site who are insincere, then you meet them in person and you waste your time and come to bad conclusions about the dating scene here in the Philippines, rather than doing that, get back to basics. Just get back to meeting a woman organically, just wherever. And it doesn't have to be a place like this, but this is a perfect spot. There's a church right there across the street. Place is flooded with Filipinas on a Sunday afternoon. Today's Thursday. But it doesn't have to be a church. It could be anywhere. It could be the wet market. It could be just on your way, walking to the local bakery. It could be anywhere. And just realize that in your home country, if you walk up to a woman and start conversation, it's probably going to go badly. But here in the Philippines, people are still very courteous, very friendly. You'll run into that every business you go to. They're friendly, they're courteous. I just bought some stuff at the hardware store. Very professional. Yes, sir, and all this. And it's a very courteous culture. And you can walk up to a woman and just say hello and start some conversation. If she's single and she's interested, she'll give you her number. And if she's married and she tells you, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, I'm married. If she doesn't volunteer it, you can say, well, okay, but I am single, I'm looking for a good woman. Do you have sisters? You have classmates? You have friends? Anybody you might recommend? You would be surprised. They will hook you up. But you've got to do it like ITRW, in the real world. Again, I'll say it again, stay off the dating sites. Nothing has changed in the Philippines. It's still an awesome place to find a good woman for a great relationship, but not on the dating sites. Come out here in the real world and meet women in a public place, and you'll be amazed. It's literally life-changing to come out of your shell and just do it the old-fashioned way.